when I got tested for ADD back in 4th grade, I had an IQ test.
Uh-huh.
And I think I was 115. So, like, I was up there in 4th grade. I haven't taken it since then, since all the pot. But, since all the glue I've sniffed.
Too many of it.
Love whippets. But,
how many pots did you smoke, bro?
I think, like, a terracotta. I think
That's a lot of pots.
I think a Ming.
I know that, because I also know of the pots.
That deep purple.
If you know what I mean.
I do.
It's a sticky and it's gross.
Shaka, brah.
To answer your question, I smoked 420 pots.
Fuck! What a convenient number! Pot to smoke!
It was in late April. I forget the exact date.
It was so dank. I was in a cave. And I had 420
Took those
pots.
2.
I mean, let's not get out of hand, Jimmy.
And then you put them in a soup and killed all your friends.
You love that story.
It's so stupid.
Some guy
Fly automata caps. Kills all his friends.
Picked some mushrooms, put them in a stew, and killed all his friends by accident.
Oh, yeah.
You disgust me, James.
It's so
That's
funny.
human life wasted.
Yeah,
Because of-
wasted. That's fucking
Because
right.
of kindness. He was
No,
trying
because
to
of
be
stupidity.
Kind. Also that. Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Who is hot? Because it's fucking hot. We're all melted in our super warm jacuzzi. Oh, man.
Facebook yesterday was like, this first day of summer, celebrate by making a post. I was like, you know, fucking shit, it's the first day of summer.
Yeah,
Facebook, you
I
asshole.
basically had that same feeling. Like, fuck you.
It's
Don't
like-
tell me
Fuck
what
you.
to feel.
Fuck you for rubbing it in.
I mean,
Fuck my
not to be
life.
contrarian, but I'm going to contrary you guys. I really love summer.
Ugh.
And today, I definitely was feeling the summer. I went to the pool, and it was bright and shiny out. And, like, it is sticky and stuff, but I just didn't wear any clothes all day, so that helped.
How did the pool compare to the jacuzzi?
I would prefer the jacuzzi, honestly,
Yeah.
especially since I'm nude.
Here we are.
Right now!
Uh-oh.
Hey!
I meant to talk to you about it.
That you want it to happen every day? Is it that was the way you wanted to go? No?
We'll talk.
Welcome to the Project Jacuzzi Crew. We're a Would You Rather podcast that also explores the dark side of people's hearts, the lonelier side of people's hearts, amongst other fun little games we like to play. My name's Dane.
I'm Brian.
I'm Jimmy.
And we're off to the races.
Ba-do.
Dun, 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 dun. Our first Would You Rather, gents, comes from Charlotte HG in Oakland. And she asks, would you rather have a horizontal half of your body or a vertical half of your body? And you get to keep 100% of your head attached to an appropriate part of your body in any case.
What?
So do you want to be cut, if you had to, would you want to be cut down the middle from top to bottom, or cut down the middle sideways, but you get to keep whichever half you wanted, and your head would be there no matter what, is what it sounds like to me.
Okay.
So if you got cut down the middle, you'd still have a whole head.
Yeah.
I mean, I
You'd be
guess
off kilter.
I guess that kind of makes sense.
Because you gotta be able to talk. Yeah, it's a
prevent you
tough
from
one.
just picking the top half of your body.
Yeah.
To be alive.
It's kind of a gimme. Yeah.
like what? Like one of them's I'm going to die, and the other one I will not be dead. So I will.
Therefore,
I will not be dead. So in both cases, you're alive and virile. But can you pick the bottom half and have your head
It would just be stuck on top of your butt. Like,
and legs
And crotch.
and
Yeah.
crotch?
Yeah.
Your face and crotch would be perilously
you'd be
close
like
together.
a mannequin, like at this. You know, how, like they put the head mannequins on top of the butt mannequins sometimes.
No,
They'll do that.
I am not familiar
Who's
with
that?
this
Who-
practice.
Who's they, Jimmy?
Macy's.
Who's they?
Ross?
Who's they really?
Man, what if Macy's and it was Jimmy the whole time?
Ah!
There we go.
He's trying to shoot his own mannequin movie.
That's the one.
Mannequin 4, Jimmy's
Mannequin.
Revenge.
What was the sequel called? Mannequin 2? Was it Back in Action?
Probably. Mannequin Boogaloo.
Mannequin crushing it on the streets.
Mannequin 2, Mannequins.
Manic. Mannequin. Kim Cattrall has come back.
Oh my god.
She was the first mannequin
In history.
in history. She inspired an entire revolution of
That's one way to put it.
windows. Honestly, I think I'd like to be the legs with the head on top of the legs and butt. Because as we've discussed before, you can do a lot with your feet.
Yeah.
And I really like my legs. They're the strongest part of my body. And my favorite part of my body overall is like my body hair. Because I have really nice, like, manly but not overly spiky arm and leg hair. So, I don't know. I think I'd go with my legs. My head perched upon my legs, like some sort of Island of Misfit toy man.
Like some Henson Creature Workshop misfit.
But from the labyrinth and
And then I could probably suck myself off too.
No.
No.
You
No,
wouldn't have
no,
much
they're
of
too
that.
close.
Too close.
You need to be able to have some bendy. You have to have
Yeah,
some bendy.
neck.
time.
like you'd have the range of motion that your neck currently has.
You could maybe lick it, which is something. Which is something. I don't
It
want to
is
sell
something.
that short.
It
but
is something.
What are
It's
the-
not quite the same.
What are the pros and cons of a sideways man?
I thought vertical.
The up and
that
and down.
vertical, yeah.
Yeah.
So like half man, but
Yeah.
different half.
You'd have half
What
a
do you call
dingus,
that?
half a neck, a whole head though.
A neck. Oh, that would just be terrifying. Like, what would it look like?
Wait a minute, I thought you got to keep the whole head though.
Yeah, but not the neck.
What?
That's
That's
not
bullshit.
head. That's neck.
That's bullshit. That's fucking technicality.
I mean, do you want the? You just
can
want a little bit more.
Don't you need like the fucking brainstem to control stuff? I don't know. I mean, so is so if you're just half if you're Dane's case where you're like fucking butt man, like is your head just like right?
Butt-man.
Are you just like I was assuming there was like a neck connecting him to the butt.
I mean, enough of one.
Because like otherwise, how is it connected?
All right, we'll say neck.
There's gotta be a neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how does that?
And that lets you talk too.
Yeah, your vocal cords are in there, or else
Yeah,
like
I'm imagining like your side half is just like soldered off like skin.
Oh, so
Like-
it's like flat skin. It's
Yeah,
not.
you don't look like your guts are hanging out.
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah, well, I'd hope not. Yeah.
Okay, so it's a
Or
smooth.
you're like.
Otherwise, you'd
like,
just be dead.
You're
You'd
just
just
like
be.
a glass museum, like you know those slides, like you can see the guts, but
Right.
they're fine.
You have to walk around with plexiglass bolted to the side of you. That's pretty terrifying.
You'd have one arm.
What? So what are the pros of that? That
I don't know. Well, you'd have an arm and a leg up on.
okay.
You'd be able to hop.
Yeah.
And also use your one hand for stuff.
I get. Well, so you could have a prosthetic other side. It wouldn't be great, but like you could stop
don't.
yourself from falling over. But if you're just like a head on a butt, you can't. You know.
I could run around.
I disagree. I disagree with that entire premise. You couldn't have a prosthetic entire half of your body. We don't have the technology.
No,
we cannot rebuild him. We cannot make him
He's only a half
stronger.
Not like good. I'm not saying like full, like, I could do anything with it, but, like, it would just be, like...
So what do you do? Like, you take, like, half a chainsaw sculpture and, like, duct tape it to yourself?
Yeah.
I mean, no,
Duct tape body.
that is the loosest definition of a
Duct tape
prosthetic.
body.
You know what a plus of having only that half would be, especially with the, as Jimmy said, flesh solder, is you'd have a lot more space for tattoos. You'd get this whole new tattoo space, like
More.
Okay,
What do you mean more?
everybody in the tub now raise their hands if they have any tattoos.
nobody's raising their hands.
Nobody's raising their hands. Isn't that great to have that visual bit in the middle of our podcast? Yeah, none of us have tattoos in the first place.
I'm
Dave.
just saying.
It's not more space. It's less space.
we've
No,
got
but it's
more
like a
s-
blank canvas.
We've got more space to not. We've got more space to not use for tattoos. That's great. That's great.
It's true. You could play tiny movies on the side of your body because it'd be flat.
Oh, that's Cronenberg
Yeah.
times.
you could
Yeah.
you could also like inch under laser wires easily because you just
You still have your head.
be able to wiggle. Right, but that you get through iron bars easier, so like you'd never go to jail because you could just wiggle right through those bars. You'd be
What if your head got stuck?
Wiggles McGee.
Like in a sitcom.
Well, then you get the butter.
Who would get the prison butter?
Prison. You'd use the prison butter and the prison soap. Wiggle on out.
Officer
Brian is not impressed.
Jenkins, get the butter. He's done it again. And they just give you a fucking... Because you got arrested for something. So, it's like... Ooh,
Probably arrested
Mr. Half
for
Body.
wiggling through.
You got...
All right, voting time, gentlemen. I'm the butt man.
I mean, whatever way you slice it, you're like fucking body horror boy. So, like, I guess the real question is, like, well, what's the best body horror boy you could be?
Yeah.
So, like, I guess I would be, like, half vertical man,
Yeah.
and I would take the right side,
Yeah.
because I'm right-handed.
There you go.
And I could just have, like, a really weird, like, fucking, like, directed by David Lynch life, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I would be visited by an FBI agent, and I could talk backwards at him, and I could offer him, like, a fucking, like, oil can full of, like, Faygo. And then, like,
Sure.
he learned something
I was
from
gonna
this.
say ladybugs, an oil can full of ladybugs.
No, it's
that's-
Faygo.
Yeah.
It's ladybug flavored Faygo.
Oh, good.
Oh.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I knew if ladybugs had something to do with that.
Jiminy.
I'm with Brian, but mostly so I could take sweet fucking MySpace angles and put them on
What?
Facebook.
Does that mean?
That means you would never know. But
You
from
shoot-
social media,
So you just catfish everyone?
You should shoot, like, in, like, extreme
Yeah.
Dutch angles and such, so people can't tell shit.
They-
don't know
yeah.
nothing. And they meet up with me and they're like, "Oh, I thought you had a whole body," and I was like,
Like-
"Fucking psych!"
Gotcha, motherfucker.
Fucking
We're friends
dunked
now.
on.
You can't go back on
And what's inside is half the organs of a regular boy.
Would you have a full tongue or would you have half a tongue? I guess you'd have a full
Kiss the
tongue.
side. Kiss the side of my lips. Kiss the side of my lips.
Oh, that's terrible. Every now and then in this life,
Turn around.
we turn around and we see that there's nobody there. So we instantly go to Craigslist and make a post about it.
Get a little bit closer.
And so our next segment is called Lonely Hearts, about people who do that thing that I just said. They post on Craigslist personal ads trying to find their loves, and we're going to help them out. We're going to pick two at random.
Sting.
Yeah, random. Not so much random. We actually went through and we looked for people who seemed especially, like, in need, quote unquote.
With our critical eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super
Soggy,
crits.
steamed, fogged up eyes.
They-
All of our
we
hits
roll
are
20s.
critical. Okay, so yeah, I went a digging for a lonely type person. And I found one that was entitled Sweet and Normal in Santa Cruz.
Oh.
Hi, I'm a young college student who is as normal and straight as can be. I enjoy surfing and drinking on occasion. I am blonde and stupid and willing to do anything you say. I have a nice normal job and I don't come with any extra baggage, children or pets. And if that's what you're looking for, you can move on to the next ad now, because I'm not any of those things!
Oh, Jesus. They got me. They got me
What a
bad.
fool we've been.
Here's the real deal. I've tried to post what I'm looking for several times today, and some turd keeps flagging my posts no matter what I do. So if you want to know what I'm really about, you'll have to send me a message. But no cock shots, please. I'm sure you wouldn't like it if I sent you a cock shot, which of course would be some other dude's cock, because I don't have one.
Oh.
I don't take pictures of my pussy, and I'm certainly never going to send you one. You'll have
Wow.
to meet me to see that.
Oh.
Oh.
Don't bother replying if you smoke tobacco either. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Age 40.
I've never heard the term cock shot before.
It sounds glamorous.
Yeah, I'm gonna use that. I love dick pic. Like that's fun to say, but
Did you ever see the 80s action movie Cockshots?
who's in that?
Jeremy Irons.
Yeah.
And,
The guy from Samurai.
who's that guy? Ruger Samurai. Ruger Hauer.
Ruger,
I heard-
Samurai Cop, Hauer.
Known for not being in that film.
Good.
That's great film.
Yeah, I like that. Also, totally thought it was a dude up until
Oh.
you said I have a vagina and not a cock.
Yeah.
So wow,
Interesting.
she
Yeah.
really. Why would her? Did you find any other of her posts?
No, well, like, they were all flagged and therefore taken down.
Yeah, I guess so.
So
What were in them?
it's a good question. You know, like, because like all sort of crazy stuff goes up on Craigslist,
Yeah.
as we all know.
And does not get flagged.
No, makes it for quite some time. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe she's like, you know, I want to go out with a man who'll buy bags of my own shit and continue that.
Because it has to be some financial transaction in a sexual nature for it to
so.
get flagged.
It has to be pretty overt. Yeah.
Huh. Well, I feel like she is kind of
She's frustrated.
frustrated.
Yeah.
Upset.
There's a lot of frustration there.
Willing to show her pussy, though.
First meeting.
She's like, you
Yeah.
gotta meet up. Not on the internet.
Gotta
I'm
meet
not
in
not
person.
that kind of girl, she
Cock
says.
shot.
Whatever that means.
So brazen.
Cockshot.
Gosh,
Cock shot.
coming this fall
Hey, cock shot.
to ABC.
This summer on Cockshots.
Well, frustrated, but like there's sarcasm there of like I'm a normal person. Like, like what is normal, lady?
I'm not stupid, or I guess blonde.
Like, I really doubt that your posts got flagged because you were atypical. Because that's what Craigslist is for people who are looking for something a little off the beaten track, right? So I don't know. I feel like she may be self-deluded in some way.
Something that even FetLife is kind of like.
Ooh. I mean, Bad Dragon's fine, but this.
I don't feel good about that.
FetLife seemed to say.
No.
I like the idea that FetLife is a strong self-advocate, and be like, I'm not going there. Like I know who I am. I'm FetLife.
FetLife is like Meatloaf. They'll do anything for love,
But not that.
do that.
Won't do that.
Whatever she was flagged
Sounding, do it. You know, hanging up by hooks. Yeah, let's do it.
for. All
but
the hooks, all the hooks and all the bits.
But
bit.
that Santa Cruz, 40-year-old lady in Santa Cruz, we're not going to do that.
No, that's a
Never.
bridge too far.
James Athy.
Alright,
It's
so
like
I have
Timothy, but with
I have a
Jim.
very different sort of lonely heart today.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna describe this out of order a little bit. So, 19-year-old male, body type described as average, status single. He's
good.
posted a picture of himself, a very low angle,
How low?
wearing
Wait.
Again, this is kind of that
How low?
MySpace. That's
not
MySpace.
so low,
Not like
not to.
not cockshot low.
This is that kind of.
It doesn't make him look better.
This is that kind of MySpace game we're talking about,
Yeah.
but he's not very good
it's
at
it's
it.
low so he can I'm assuming get his Dragon Ball Z shirt into the frame.
Oh, okay.
no.
Gotta catch them all.
So
Wait.
this is a very
Wait.
short. It is a one-line post.
Oh.
The title is Homeless.
Oh God.
The line just says, "I'm looking for someone to be with and possibly live with. I'm currently homeless and I'm 19, looking for someone 18 to 30. If you're interested, send a pic." That's it.
I love how this one implies beggars really can be choosers.
Yeah, that's what got me. It's like, I need a place to live, but...
I want me a sugar mama.
I at least want to see a picture first.
But a sugar mama, that is appealing. I'm not just gonna live with anyone.
I'm gonna zoom in on this kid. He doesn't look like particularly... He's just like a young
a young man.
young sort of nerdy Dragon Ball Z wearing guy.
Feel for that poor schmuck.
Is he really homeless?
That was my thing. It's like,
He's got access
what
to
does
a
that
computer
mean? Does
enough.
that mean he ran? Yeah, like he has his fucking smartphone. I'm sure.
Got a smartphone.
Do you think maybe he's like mildly special and he's like running away from home?
Oh, sure.
Why does he have to be special?
Because like he's dumb enough to think this will work. I mean,
okay.
okay,
I
dumb.
feel
Maybe
like
dumb. Dumb is. I'm sorry. Dumb is the wrong word. I'm sorry, but like
Naive.
not working on a fully cogent level where it's like I can leave my home
A full understanding of how the world works.
with having no job skills and like no savings, and I can just put my face up on Craigslist.
It's weird because it's
sorry
like
to take me
this
in.
wall that he's taking a picture in front of. Like, I've done an amount of he looks kind of like Aku, which isn't going to translate to the video because he's got horns by the display on the wall. But it's like a big purple wall that looks like some sort of restaurant. So I feel like perhaps he's had a spat with his parents at the ripe old age of 19.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ran away from home,
Yeah.
air quotes. Because he doesn't even look unhappy in this
This'll-
photo. He's sort of like...
this'll show Mom and Dad.
I did it.
This will show Mom and Dad. I found somebody to love on the internet, and she's gonna love me, and I'm gonna live with her, and they're gonna be all sad because I'm not gonna be in their house anymore.
Looking at it from that, maybe he's not special. Maybe he doesn't have special needs. Maybe he is just dumb.
Yeah.
Because maybe he did just leave his parents' house at 19 and think like, I'll fucking find a sugar mama on Craigslist.
I'm a hot 19-year-old. Anyone wants a piece of this.
She'll buy me all the fucking Lego minifigs and like anime busty girl like statuettes I want.
And I'll show them the wonders of anime.
And I'll show them my wonderful penis.
Mine's the perfect one.
Just in case you were confused.
The
Gonna
fact
line
that
up.
he caps it off at 30 makes me think that he might not go for our 40-year-old cynic. But at
Do
the
you think
same
he's
time,
actually as picky as all that?
depending on how truly homeless he is.
I mean, she's not blonde.
She's not down with sending pics.
And she's not down for sending
Well-
pics.
A particular kind of pick.
She don't want to send no pussy pics.
Yeah, I'm just saying, we're sort of in that territory.
Off
though.
the table.
Yeah. She's only given us negatives and no positives.
And this is kind of a tough one.
It's a tough one, right?
This is one of those toughies.
Yeah.
We got a toughie here, guys.
I mean, maybe the reason she was flagged is like, I'm totally looking for a 19-year-old anime boy to like fucking
Who
own and keep in
preferably-
my house.
Preferably is homeless. One can only hope. I think they're gonna find love between these two people. Like something mystical is happening here with these two atypical posts.
If by love you're including the possibility of ending up in a crawl space,
Which one?
with your
To
face
fuck.
on the side
To
of a
fuck,
milk
right?
carton. Oh, either of them could. I mean, like I think that's I don't know.
When you're dealing with public Craigslist ads, that is a constant threat. Whether you're going to get a free bed frame or a pile of dirt or you're, employing someone's services of a masseuse and erotic photography, or you're looking for love. The psychoticness is constant. It's a constant thread.
There's a 60% chance that you will be murdered.
That you will be murdered.
In your own home.
So the fact that both of these folks could very well be murderers kind of cancels each other out. It's like online algebra.
Wait, so you're saying he murdered his parents?
I'm not saying he murdered his parents.
Yeah, we didn't go that far.
I'm saying he murdered his relationship with them, and he may himself have latent murderous tendencies. He may attack relationships again. I think they're gonna find each other and really
just bump uglies.
Bump all their uglies. She's gonna be like, "Hey, your shirt makes me want me to show you my vag," and he's gonna be like, "Hey, do you have any cereal? Because I'm kind of hungry."
This is like the Graduate of the 21st century,
Right?
Yeah.
With Mr. Feeney still though.
Mr. Feeney,
he's still in it.
Just really wanting people to get into plastics.
Mrs. Robinson, are you trying to seduce me with your super kawaii pics of your vag?
Because it's working. I don't have a home to go back to. Because I burned that bridge when I told my dad he smelled.
When you post in your chat rooms about this, and you will, please use the kindest emojis.
Guys, let's rewrite.
Wow.
Let's rewrite The Graduate for this era.
Yeah,
it would be so bad.
I'm game.
Our next Would You Rather, moving right along. Our next Would You Rather comes from Ann Alley in Oakland. And she asks, would you rather give up sex or give up food?
That's a no-brainer. Yeah. So, the one that I can give up and not die.
So in either case, you're not going to die.
Okay. Well. Well, okay.
And your balls won't fill up with semen and explode, Jimmy.
That's well.
That doesn't really happen.
So
that's not a real thing.
I know.
Well, they won't expled like TNT dynamite.
I know. But no.
But what if they did?
You don't back up. You don't get backed up.
Well, you can still jerk off.
No jerking off.
That's different.
I'm saying that.
That seems kind of arbitrary.
Well, I figure if you're giving up sexual pleasures, then you're giving up... Like, it's not like with giving up food, you can chew food, but you can't swallow it. Like, that's... You know what I mean?
But that's only because you would ingest some just no matter what.
I'm saying that you can't have sexual experiences anymore.
That's so sad.
Yeah. But then also, it's sad that you can't eat food.
Would you just be hungry all the time?
No. You'd be satisfied, but you'd be able to have sex.
Satisfied.
But I think that, well, that you got to be giving something up, though, because, like, I will...
You don't like this one?
Well, because you're imposing these arbitrary things on it.
Well, if you're saying I'd be satisfied, then I wouldn't care.
Also, if you give up enough sex, you're always wearing a party hat, and if you eat food, you've got dog legs. It's clearly in the question. I'm not just inferring anything. It's there.
So you don't
read
see
between the lines.
You don't see a correlation between masturbation and sex.
They're like sexually pleasurable, yeah. But like, there's a difference between like having sex and masturbating.
Okay, I would say that masturbating is a sexual act, and the spirit of the question is giving up sex and sexual acts.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
I don't use the same definition.
I shoved a cigar in her pussy, and she went down on me, which is entirely different.
I don't share former President Bill Clinton's definition of sexual acts, and I would say that oral pleasure and hand pleasure count as sexual acts, and that giving up sex means that you give up foreplay, you give up stimulation, you give up sexual feelings. So how much do you enjoy?
Sure, but okay, so fine, but here's the thing, though, because if we're satisfied,
so you're not hungry when you give up food, and you're not horny when you give up sex. What the question? I think the spirit of the question is, and I only say this because I talked to this person for long periods of time about this particular would you rather. She is very interested in anybody's answer. So she wants to find out, do you enjoy food over sex or sex over food?
I mean, if I wasn't hungry and I didn't give a shit, I'd probably just fucking take sex.
But here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
Like, masturbation is one thing, fucking is another thing.
Okay.
You know, with food, like, there's better and worse foods, but it's, like, it's never such a big difference. Mm-hmm. There's not, like, jerk-off food. There's not, like, awesome fucking food. Well, which is part of why I think masturbation, it's, like... I don't know. It's got to be separate because like fucking is so much better than jerking.
So
off.
a bowl of ramen, instant ramen,
not the same,
and a steak dinner.
They're different, but like they're close. There's not that level of difference.
They both fill you. They both take care of your need at that moment.
So I'm getting the feeling that you're a sex person, that you want to have sex more than you want to eat.
Honestly, actually, I lean towards food, and I'll tell you why.
Yes, please.
Because I can run down to I can save up for a week, and I can run down to the store, and I can buy a nice steak, or I can buy a nice burrito, or whatever. It's very accessible, good food, or good enough food, or just comfort food that's like bad for you, but is like cheap as hell and tasty.
Right.
Getting good fucking is a hell of a lot harder.
So this is my exact answer as well, because I chose, when she asked me this, I chose food as well, and I'm a pretty sexual person. Like I
know that about you.
Based on
I can't stop knowing that about you because you keep reminding me.
Shut up, you sexy idiot.
Guilty.
No, but I enjoy food on a daily basis. I don't enjoy good sex on a daily basis.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like I fucking love food, and you can get so many different kinds of food.
Yeah. Well, there's all kinds of sex.
There is all kinds of sex, but do you enjoy all kinds of sex as much as you enjoy so many different kinds of food?
I don't. Well, there's almost like a difference in cuisine to it, right? But the thing is, like, I don't know. Like another thing is, like, you can have like periods in your life where you're having like lots of good sex, but like that might be separated like apart like months and months, years even. Yeah.
I know for me it was years.
So my addition to this conversation.
Please jump in the tub.
I'm here. I'm splish splashing.
No diving.
So you stated.
Yeah.
No sexual intimacy just at all.
Yeah.
So you're putting off the table ever just being really in a meaningful relationship.
I'm saying in a meaningful sexual relationship. Yeah. I think that there are definitely highly meaningful what's the word?
Like emotionally fulfilling, you know.
Yeah.
Like you're talking like that, like so.
Platonic.
Yeah.
Platonic.
But
then you're just like friends.
I think that you can have a intimate, loving relationship without sex.
Interesting. I used to be much of that opinion myself in my youth, and thoroughly disillusioned in my later years.
Well, I'm looking at old people who may not have the ability or the drive to have sex anymore, and they still love each other dearly and depend on each other.
Yeah, but that's not
or disabled folks who may not be physically able to have sexual experiences, or asexual folks, and I think that all of those people find love, fall in love, are able to express love.
I mean, I feel like they have a much more difficult time of it, though. I'd wager.
I think as sexual people,
this would be a huge handicap to your ability, because most people would want
that in return. But then that's really what finding love is somebody who accepts you for who you are.
Yeah, but it's also
and loves you for it.
Sure.
And loves you dirty fucking.
But realistically, if somebody knows early on that that's off the table, they're probably that's a big thing.
Yeah, it
You
is
know
a
what I
big
mean?
thing.
Most people
Need it.
need or want it.
Wanted a great deal, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you open that old relationship right up, and you let them go fuck around, and then...
Well, you need to be in the relationship at all first to open it up.
Yeah.
And they need to be cool with that.
So what's your answer, Jimmy?
I'd probably take food.
Take food.
I would take sex.
Okay,
I
and
would
give up food.
Give up food. Because if I was full all the time, like I value my intimate relationships very highly.
Yeah.
Food is only good because, like, my brain tells me that it is.
Oh, interesting.
So if I felt full, I would probably lose a bunch of weight, right? Stay a heavy guy.
You wouldn't stay a heavy guy, but you'd be... the way that she has put it to me is that... Yeah, I mean, this gets into the kind of, like, minutia that kind of ruins the whole spirit of it.
Yeah,
right?
Well, exactly. You
know what I mean?
There's so much more information is needed. So many provisions. It's
and it gets away from the what do you hold most dear, which is sex or food.
Well, it's more. It's less just sex and more kind of everything that goes with that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, you're making a decision based on other things. She's also said, like, the money that you would spend on food you don't have anymore. Like, just to get that variable out of the way.
God.
I mean,
You know, so people aren't like, oh, well, I'd save a whole bunch of money, so I'm going to pick give up food.
I want this
because
friend
that's
of yours,
not the point.
I want this friend of yours to write like a long article or essay of this, and I want to read it.
She would.
I'm sure it'd make for fascinating reading, but this question is driving me bananas because it's like got all these weird little things to it.
Well, then let's decide, and then we'll have this person write up a little something. I'm sure she'd be happy to because she's obsessed with this question.
I don't care about anybody else reading it. I just want to read it.
That's fine.
That's the thing. Like, if assuming I was getting laid as frequently as I do in real life, versus like eating delicious food as often as I do in real life, it's just got to be food because like I can reliably have very awesome food.
Yeah,
I love to cook.
I put it to her this way: like, if you choose, it would be an interesting variation. If you choose the food, then you eat food as often as you would have sex. And if you chose sex, then you'd have sex as often as you eat food.
Wait.
So they would interchange. You know what I mean?
Hold on.
That seems like
another
interesting
needless
variation.
elaboration.
Yeah, exactly. And she didn't go for it.
Okay.
But I just like, if you chose sex, then you'd be having sex 3 times a day. Plus snacks. And then if you chose food, then you'd only have food, like really good food, like once or twice a month. Or if you're in a really good relationship, then like 3 times a week.
God.
She didn't go for it.
What would fucking like chicken nugget or ramen sex be like? Is that like just like a greasy hand job in an alleyway?
Yeah.
The worst.
I love that. I love that so much. Because I want it. Anyway, so Jimmy chooses sex.
Yeah.
Brian chooses food.
Yeah.
And I too choose the food. Great job, everyone. We did it.
We got through this one.
Through that.
That was not a funny question.
No, it wasn't a funny question. It got real. Hey, we can get real sometimes, dudes. Come on.
Is the next question about fucking straight feces? Because, like, it ought to be.
Serious questions.
It can be.
Serious questions are scary.
We'll find out.
I want a jokey question.
Wait. It's my turn. I forgot to say it. The would you rather? I mean, wow. The Mary fuck kill.
We got
the Mary F kill. Thank you.
Time?
Mary kiss, slap.
Mary kiss and revenge.
Tender ears.
All right, Mary fuck kill. Choose one and only one.
We got
one
it.
and only one of the 3 guys.
Oh boy.
Dr. Phil, Jerry Springer, and Maury Povich.
You are not the father. What are they? Jerry Springer,
Jerry
Dr.
Springer,
Phil.
Dr. Phil, and Maury Povich, the guy who opened up that gangster's vault and it was live and there was nothing in there.
No, that's Geraldo Rivera.
Yeah, that's
Was
Geraldo.
that him?
Geraldo.
Yeah.
Geraldo.
Geraldo.
I am
Rivera.
a TV show host
Blind.
racist.
They all look the same.
Didn't Geraldo? Yeah, Geraldo. God, we could talk all night about Geraldo.
Geraldo thinks he's a journalist.
Yeah,
Maury has just resigned himself to being a professional paternity test
That's
giver.
right.
And he used to be a legit journalist,
Was he?
wasn't he?
I don't know.
Wasn't he like, he was an anchor, I think. He was an anchor,
yeah.
which I guess maybe isn't a journalist.
But now he's got this sweet gig of being, you're not the father.
And then lots of dancing ensues,
Yeah.
like sweet moves.
Some pretty.
I think Maury was also the show where
All right.
he takes care, air quotes, of fucking people's phobias.
Oh, yeah.
So
he
that's the
went
one
through
where
that
the girl's
phase.
afraid of pickles, and he fucking sneaks up behind her with like
A
an
jar
entire
of
tray
pickles.
of pickles, and it's like, haha, it's funny, but like that's fucked up. It's
But
really
she
messed
also
up.
agreed to be on the show and knew
Yeah,
exactly what was going on.
But
I wouldn't be surprised if some of that's like fucking like scripted. Like,
I mean,
just
probably.
like, you know, like
But if she's really
low
afraid of
strung
pickles,
actor.
there's a good reason that she's afraid of pickles.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's fucked up.
yeah. Or rubber
Some
mask.
trauma happened to her.
My daddy was raped to death by a pickle.
I mean,
So I think that Dr. Phil has greedy intentions.
he's awful.
Yeah,
Well,
he's not
no,
a great
well,
guy.
They're all terrible guys. It's like
They
fucking
are
reality.
all-
It's like fucking daytime television.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the worst.
But what I'm saying is that Jerry Springer and Maury don't have a moral high ground that they try and go to. And Dr. Phil is like, I'm going to help these people's lives.
But then he
I'm
cheats
gonna
on
tell
every
'em."
wife,
Dr. Phil?
doesn't he? He
I don't
cheated
know.
on like a million wives.
I know I think Jerry Springer cheated on his wife. Well, he was a politician, was his thing,
Yeah.
right? And he like had a sexual
he?
scandal. I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Yeah,
I
didn't
believe
know
it.
that.
yeah. That's where Jerry. I'll
He's also
Google
a very
it.
smart man. He's a very intelligent man. When
Wait,
it
what?
gets deep down. Yeah. He...
Where did you get that?
I don't know.
I think I remember
Pick
him
that
being
up.
all right. He just has a show where people like to fight, and
Yeah, I
That was
think
his
I
whole
saw a documentary about the Jerry Springer show or something like that, and he was very eloquent. And he's just like, this is how I make my money, and people eat it up.
Former mayor of Cincinnati, Jerry Springer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look
So
up
I-
Dr. Phil adultery.
Dr. Phil just has a certain kind of slime that really puts me off. Jerry Springer, I feel, is kind of a carnival barker in a way, where step right up, see these people and how they interact. And then Maury is like just working at the factory. He's just punching that time card, and really has no horses in any games. For the last 20 years, he's been giving makeovers and curing phobias and making paternity tests, and it's just, one show after another churning them out. So I don't know.
So which one do you want to stick your dick in?
Springer he resigned in 1974 after admitting to hiring a prostitute.
Oh.
Way back before the show.
Yeah, he was elected to the Cincinnati City Council in 71, resigned in 74.
There you go.
Yeah, but
I think I would marry Jerry Springer because I don't know. I just kind of have a better opinion of him.
He does seem like an all-righter.
And an all-rightish guy who's like, whenever shit goes down on his show, he just like kind of like throws up his hands and he's like, oh, here it goes again. Instead of being like, ha ha, I got him. This is my show and this is good television. I'm Jerry Springer and I'm the king. He's just like, oh, well, there they go. I guess this is what I wanted. This is what everyone wants. And then I'd fuck Maury Povich because, I don't know, he's kind of a silver
fox. You would not
fox.
be the father.
I wouldn't be a father. I could, he's kind of good looking. I could see him being kind of good looking,
guess.
kind of a silver fox. And then I'd kill Dr. Phil because he stinks.
He's not great.
He guilts people and shames people And
He's awful,
like,
and it's all
he's
based
got
on religion.
right, and he's got this moral high horse, and it's just kill him.
I found, before Brian answers, a Snopes.com forum from 2006. I'm trying to find out if he cheated on his wife. I'm pretty sure he did. But it just says, recently heard that Dr. Phil lost his license to practice medicine in Texas because he had an affair with a female client. Is this true or not true? And somebody just responds within 20 minutes. I doubt it, but only because I can't imagine somebody having sex with Dr. Phil. And I don't want to imagine it. Ick.
Speaks the truth. Speaks the truth. All right, your
God.
turn, Jimmy.
Bach Girl says, I think he is hot.
No.
But then again, I'm a nut myself. Smiley face.
Sounds like it.
I'm kind of with you for all the same reasons.
Yeah.
I like Jerry. I grew up with Jerry Springer.
And
You know?
he's not like a slime
time
ball
I
about it.
think
He's
he
just
was-
like,
He was my reliable, I'm homesick. Jerry
Yeah.
Springer will be on. Man.
presenting the freaks. And
So I'd
geeks.
marry him. I'd marry him.
Yeah. And then Maury just because he's not offensive.
I'd fuck Maury because he's not Dr. Phil.
and I feel like he would take a one night stand a lot easier than Dr. Phil would.
He'd be like, well, I guess I'll go.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm
okay.
not crazy religious.
You know, I don't really feel that emotionally attached to a lot of these guys anymore.
Exactly.
So yeah, actually, while you guys were all discussing this, I was actually looking more up on Jerry Springer. And interestingly, yeah, he was kicked out. He resigned from the city council because he admitted to hiring a prostitute.
Mm-hmm.
But he was so honest and upfront about it that he actually got reelected to the city council
Yeah,
in
there you
75
go.
by a landslide, and he became mayor after that.
There you go. Kind of a cool dude.
That's actually kind of cool. I don't know, and like it looks kind of like he probably married his wife after the fucking prostitute thing.
Yeah.
So maybe and he's still married to her. That's kind of cute. So yeah, I don't know. I'd probably kill Dr. Phil because he's part of Oprah's cabal, and she just she's connected up with like a bunch of like grossies. You know,
Dr. Oz also.
I'm so glad. I mean, it's a shame that Dr. Oz wasn't part of this because, like, I would totally like kill him.
Yeah.
I would kill him a million times over.
I mean, there's nothing stopping you.
Well, the law,
morality
the
and
law of
distance.
the land.
Here, we'll change it. It'll
morality.
be Mary, fuck, kill. We'll add Dr. Oz.
Okay.
Cool.
we can
All right. So kill Dr.
Cool.
Oz. Thank
we
you.
did it, guys.
I might kill
Yay.
Dr. Phil twice though.
So yeah, kill Dr. Oz. Kill Dr. Phil because he's gross. And then yeah, like who do I want to marry? Who do I want to fuck? I'll say I'll marry Maury Povich because he seems like kind of a rock, and like I remember him
He is
having
steadfast and true.
I remember him having a legitimate career before his
That's true.
whatever he's doing now. And then I'll fuck Jerry Springer because he actually is kind of the three, he's the cutest.
He is cute, and I bet he's seen a lot of like kind of interesting stuff on his show, right?
Maybe he remembers some stuff from that
Maybe some
massage
little-
parlor.
Little tricks, some little tricks of the trades.
Tricks of his dicks.
Tricky dicks. Good job, we did it, everyone.
We did
Yay.
it. Before we move on,
Yeah.
Charlotte has sent me a video. Apparently at Burger King, they have a new item called the Mac and Cheetos. And it's a giant Cheeto stuffed with mac and cheese. Sort of like a chicken fry, but Cheetos. And I want to blow my brains out.
That's really terrible.
Because it's like, the video, she sent me a video with it, and the mac, like, none of it even looks like it's supposed to be appetizing.
It doesn't even look like food.
So our next Would You Rather comes from Benjamin in Lafayette. And now we're taking a sharp turn from all the
From all the
meaningful
levity.
bullshit. Not even levity, just those last two kind of. Anyway, would you rather go to work in body paint or steel wool?
Only?
Only.
Do
Got
I-
a suit made of steel wool, a sharp suit, but it's made out of steel wool.
Is this like irrespective of like what would get us fired? Like, is it assumed that like both we would keep our job?
That's right.
Okay.
Guys, I work from home.
Yeah, fuck this guy. He's cheating.
He works from
I'm
the home.
cheating.
I used to work from the home too,
Yeah.
and I still wore clothes
Yeah, but but I mean, I'm not going this route, but I'm just laughing like, yeah, I'll just be in body paint, whatever, it's fine. It won't hurt me like a wool will have steel.
He's got a point there. Steel wool would chafe.
So the question is, do you want people to see your dingus with paint on it, or?
Oh, that's right.
Well, so that's the question, right? Like normally, when women get body painted, they're still wearing little pasties and small underwear. That's supposed to be, but you didn't specify that, so I'm assuming that that's the whole point.
Yeah.
If it's not the whole point,
that would be the drawback. Besides, like having to pull it all off at the end.
I mean, you could wash it off, maybe. Yeah. I mean, you could probably find some sort of like solution. Yeah.
So steel wool would rub you raw.
You'd be bleeding.
You'd
be bleeding.
Dead.
Yeah.
It'd rip it off
all your skin,
your body.
Maybe. I mean, like if you're got a desk job, you might not be moving around that much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You still have to. Well, you have to sit on a steel wool butt.
Well, which would be uncomfortable, but it wouldn't be like friction.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be like rubbing your skin raw.
That is true.
What if you took BART and you had to walk to BART?
If you were commuting in a train, that you would be a death sentence.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be like you would want to die at the very least, especially in this fine summer that we're enjoying.
Oh, the metal would reflect and you'd get sunburnt on top of.
I don't think that's.
I don't
science.
know about that.
That's how science
but
works.
But metal does conduct heat very well.
It does.
Very well.
Yeah. Like
if you were in the
heat.
sun, you wouldn't get sunburn. You would bake.
You'd bake.
Why not both? Tacos.
Like a fucking potato.
I like those.
Do you want to?
Jimmy,
be
for
one?
the last 3 weeks, has just been beside himself with a taco hunger that will not be satiated.
I haven't had them. I want it. You guys.
So I'm guessing we're all body paint.
We're body paint.
I mean,
because I don't know.
I don't mind people looking at my dingus.
I mind it a lot.
Cock
More
shots.
than being alive, though.
Yeah, no.
Because there's also steel wool's got those little hairs that would stick in you.
Yeah, it'd be a never-ending nightmare.
Right in your gentleness.
Just for one day, right?
In your gentleness.
1 day too much.
I mean, you could warn your dudes ahead of time. Like, look, you're gonna see my dick tomorrow. It's gonna be covered in paint. It's gonna be painted like a giraffe, but just the same.
It doesn't say all one color of body paint. You could do it up. You could be a walking menagerie.
A cool thing.
Mine would be an anaconda.
There you go.
You don't want none, hun.
But like your hand.
That
like your fist is little.
That is a tactic. Just don't paint it to cover it. Paint it to draw attention to it.
Yeah.
Yes, this is my dick.
Look at it. It is splendid and glorious.
You put a little string around it attached to your hand, so you can greet people as you walk by like a puppet.
Hey.
Hello.
When I shake my hips, it makes it go down like this, like an elephant's nose. Yes, dick.
Body paint all around.
I just found out the other day that my half-sister listens to this show. She's apparently a big fan. So, dick!
Dicks.
Half dicks.
One of the episodes, I was this one you can listen to, Mom. One of my moms listens to all of them, I think. And then one of them, who I would prefer not to listen to any of them, I was like, this one's okay. Anyway, so body paint all around. Brian, what do we have down our consumer corner?
Let me talk about the world of deals.
Deals.
World of deals. So
dealy.
Oh gosh, where to begin?
At the beginning.
So, it just so happens that, last week, or maybe it's 2 weeks ago, I was doing a search online for the finest deals on Amazon, and I saw something that I knew that I had to bring up eventually, but I was worried that it might be a little too randy.
Ooh.
I was worried it was a little too randy, especially since it seemed like a lot of the deals I've been bringing to y'all have to do with fucking poking. Or fucking, poking yourself, or, fucking getting it down, rubbing it up down there and getting all frisky with that badness.
Well, this wouldn't be as a big a problem if Bad Dragon would get off their arses and give us some monies.
Well,
but
no, that's the thing. Because we haven't heard anything from them, from our official, unofficial sponsor,
Yeah.
I
Sure.
figure, like,
Sure.
why not? We need to sex things up a little bit,
little bit.
obviously.
A lot.
You know, how
To be honest.
yeah.
we may choose food, but we're really into this.
And fuck that baked potato.
So yeah, so I saw something a couple weeks back, and I was like, but I forgot to bookmark it. I was totally kicking myself. So I did a
Oy vey.
search today on Amazon to try to find it again. And let me tell you a little bit about the wonderful world of fake urine products on Amazon.
Oh.
Excuse me?
Fake? Well, I shouldn't say fake. I should maybe say.
I should say real, because people are selling their urine.
I should say synthetic. Just a second here.
Like oil.
Let me tell you about the UPass synthetic urine from Safeguard Laboratories.
It's the safest.
Interestingly, part of the title is same day shipping in all caps.
When you've got to have synthetic urine from a lab today.
Let me read you some of this ad copy. Sadly, there's not much here. Perhaps as though...
What?
Yeah, they don't have much here. Almost as if they're trying to avoid any blame for any potential accused malfeasance.
Oh boy.
So the first warning. This product is not intended for unlawful use and is not intended for human consumption. Keep product away from children. Kit contains small plastic parts, harmful if swallowed. Consumer agrees to all applicable state, federal, and local laws concerning the legal use of this product. And it goes on.
Wiener juice.
Wiener juice goes on, or clam juice.
Excuse me, clam
comes
juice.
out all over the place. Features and details: 100% toxin-free synthetic urine. No mixing necessary. Male or female compatible. Includes 2 heat pads for heating up that urine, so it's body temperature maybe. I don't know. 2-year shelf life. No need to freeze.
Oh, good. Good.
Man,
good,
so
good.
that's definitely for passing tests.
You think?
Is it?
I don't know.
Well, I didn't. I was like, maybe this is for a fetish, man.
I mean,
But then I was like, it's
I
it's
mean,
got a heating pad.
you pass.
Compatible.
I guess that could mean passing some sort of drug test.
I did not get that joke.
You pass.
Just now.
Huh.
I think Jimmy's hitting this nail
That
right
was
on the head.
legit.
Well, it's interesting that you mentioned fetish, because it says here in the ad copy, actually, this item has been replaced with the new 3-ounce version, fetish urine.
Oh, boy.
So let me take you really quickly to that listing. Fetish urine. It's technically liquid gold fetish urine. It's got a very classy box. It's all black with gold print on it.
Yummy.
Very nice. Only 15 left, by the way, so if you hear this, get on it.
Get on it.
Get on it. And yeah, there's a lot less copy on this one, sadly.
Even fewer words.
Even less. So yeah, legal disclaimer, don't drink it, it's a bad idea. It's basically got features and details, and it's 3 sentences. Heat warmer included, bottle liquid, fake piss.
They are cutting all the corners off of this circle.
Off of that wee wee.
You want to hear something else fun, is that the UPass drug pass test thingy is $8. And I think it has free shipping. I forget. But yeah, it's $8. Liquid gold fetish urine is $25.99.
Yeah, it is.
Shit.
So the story here is they tried to make this fake urine for drug tests. Didn't work out. Nobody cared. There are easier ways to pass urine tests than same-day shipping of fake urine.
I think it's actually something different. But go
then
on.
they're like, hey, there's this market for people buying our stuff to pour into a bathtub and bathe in.
Oh my god.
So we'll charge them way more for a little bit more, and it just give them what they want, because they just want a whole bathtub of this.
There's only 15 left.
So that's a possibility, but what I think actually happened is that their clever, avoidance of being specific in their ad copy didn't work out. Like when background checks happened or something, that would show up and people will be like, hey, you get used fake urine on that drug test. I think that the change in like ad presence is to help it stay sub rosa. So if somebody does a background check or like checks into their like sales records, subpoenas that somehow, they just think they're a weird piss fetishist.
Oh, interesting. So they're using it as a ruse.
I think so.
So if you do want to pass drug tests, you use it for that, but then be like, no, really, I just like dipping my feet in it. It's about my feet thing. I just want to pour it on my shoulders and let it run down my body. That's what I want. I don't care about my job being lost.
I'm swear, Your Honor, I'm a little pissy boy.
I'm a little
pissy boy.
I'm
a little pissy boy.
I like to fill my diapers with it, so it's heavy.
With other urine.
Because you can't piss yourself, you see.
That would be gross. That would be so gross.
He's
That'd
like,
be disgusting.
I mean, I'm a little pissy boy, but I'm not disgusting.
No.
I'm not dirty.
Have I told you guys?
I hope not.
I feel like I might have told you this story. It's a Dan Savage, the sex.
Oh yeah,
Savage Love, yeah.
Savage Love cast.
He has one of his favorite stories, and he's told on his podcast. You can listen there, not here. Just pause this shit right now. Not really. He
Go on,
go
James.
find it. I guess long ago he was interviewing a man who married his horse, and on the phone.
Uh-huh.
And they go through this whole thing, and he's like a man, a Southern man.
Yeah.
Southern man.
To no one's surprise, and he
Don't need him around anyhow.
And at the very end of this interview, like the music's rolling, he's being told to wrap up, and he's just like, "Oh wait, I forgot to ask you. Is it a boy horse or a girl horse?" And the guy on the other end, the guy who married his horse, gets quiet for a second, and then he sort of barks back at Dan Savage, "Sir, I am not a homosexual."
There's a big distinction between fucking a horse.
Wow.
It's so funny. Like, you can't make this shit up.
Wow.
That's so funny.
That's the best. That is the best.
So that's what this is. I forget what we're talking about.
Peeing.
P.
Fetish.
Yeah.
Quote unquote fetish.
Your Honor, I may be a dirty little pea boy, but I am no homosexual. Now give me my job at the bank back.
At the children's fair.
Now give me back my job as an Arby's line cook.
I need to sling that hot beef. It's my one dream.
The people need me.
I pour synthetic pee into my shoes and then I go to work. So I can enjoy urine shoes without dirtying their hot beef.
My city screams for hot beef, and I need... This little pea-boy needs to do hit right by his city.
If that's a crime, that it is a crime. Oh, Your Honor.
Oh, whoopsie doopsie.
Guys, we need Would You Rathers real bad. So fill up my inbox. Just fill it up to the brim.
Fill it right up.
Okay.
up so much.
With your synthetic pee Would You Rathers.
Fucking
we're
hot
the
beef
PJC.
Would You Rathers.
Okay, Jimmy.
Dirty little would you rather, boys.
We need
The PJCcast@gmail.com. We are also on Facebook. Like us and send them there, please.
Yeah.
And tweet us at the PJCcast on Twitter. Please, because we need them. Would you rathers, Mary fuck kills,
or nudes.
or some cock shots.
Some cock shots.
Cock shots.
Do cock shots.
And somebody is going to.
Apparently this is the extreme 90s now.
Gotta have a high C.
High C ecto cooler. some shredding guitar, and a sweet, smoky tenor
With
saxophone.
a neon tank top.
I
So-
thought this was ecto cooler, but it's fetish urine. Whoa!
Whoa, radical.
What's the difference? So from the PJC, I've been a dirty little Dane boy.
I've been a dirty little bri boy.
I'm a clean as fucking a whistle Jimmy man.
So thanks for coming over to the tub. Have a good night and get home safe.
Don't turbo hydroplane on P.
Don't motorboat anybody you don't know very well.
You can know as long
Know
as you
them
know them
very
like a
well.
little bit, as long as you've shaken their hand.
Yeah, you should know him fairly well.
Yeah.
Schnome.
Schnome.
Oh, you made the hot dog spanky conundrum.
Yeah.
You did the no. You
The
fell
hot dog.
You fell for their trap. You fell for their trap.
How many? What's the math? It's never mind. I figured it out.
It's like 8 buns and 6 hot dogs.
No. It's 10 buns and 8 hot dogs. It's always 8 hot dogs.
My God.
No, it's 3.5 hot dogs and 75 buns.
Never have I seen a tub so divided as this. It's like Sparta and Athens over here.
Spartacus sandwich. Man, Butterkiss
just-
sandwiches are alright.
Jimmy, you're just.
Remember how I was talking
stream of
about like I give
consciousness
up
over
food?
there. Yeah.
What
No.
was I thinking?
What?